Sorry guys, hold on, let me fix my camera. There we go. Okay. So, well guys, we are going to be focusing during week 9 on learning more about the philosophical branch of ethics. That is in a really long chapter with a lot of theories. I've decided, since this is an intro course, a survey course, we're going to focus on only 2 theories. So you will be reading the introduction in the book to the study of ethics. And in doing so, you will be given a kind of nice little paragraph long description of about 7 to 9 theories. And this will give you a good sense about, with respect to all the different kinds of theories you might explore were you taking an ethics class. And as you guys know, I do teach ethics. That said, we're just going to focus on 2. Just keep in mind throughout week 9 and week 10 that there are all the other theories that we didn't cover as we focus in on maybe 2 theories during week 10. Now, I want to give you a big heads up. The Learn Smart assignment or the Connect assignment in the Smart book is going to look really different because McGraw-Hill has created a supposedly new and improved platform for doing that interactive reading. And so I just want to go over that with you really quickly. So let me change my screen. Okay, so now instead of LS, you're going to see SB right here for Smart Book. You still click on this. Now, what you see immediately may not look like what you see immediately. So this is the teacher screen. What you're going to see is something like this. And it might say Launch Smart Book 2.0. You're still in the right place. And as far as I can tell, guys, because I've never used this before, this is the way it looks now. Okay, so it's still McGraw-Hill. I'm still going to call this Learn Smart, but now they are calling this upgrade Smart Book 2.0. So it says Smart Book assignment. It says due date. Now, I need to emphasize this. I have the due date posted later than usual, and really this shouldn't say 11/1. I'm going to change that to the official late date. Remember what I said in the orientation video. I said always go by the official course schedule and the official syllabus. Now I am going to say that this is due on a Wednesday in SmartBook and McGraw-Hill's Connect platform, but that's only because if you don't complete the assignment by the official date, then it's a hassle for you to prove to me that you did the assignment, because SmartBook or McGraw-Hill and Connect will not send me your actual score if you don't do it by the official date. That's why I'm going to start that's why I put the late date for this. So always go by the course schedule. I'm actually going to change this to the late date or deadline, but know that this is not the official deadline. Here it gives you an estimate of how much time is needed. Now this is how much time is needed to answer questions and respond to prompts, not both reading and answering questions. And then here it tells you that you're going to be dealing with 32 concepts. I actually think this is a pretty cool layout. Now, that said, guys, remember what I said about the Smart Book, the lectures, the Lawhead reading. So it's still the Lawhead reading. Remember, he writes in a way that is very digestible. I like the layout of the book. It's not boring to look at. It has colors. It has good formatting. Remember, I said that I can imagine myself saying word for word in a classroom to you, face to face, what he says in writing. So please don't think of this as just reading. Think of this as a lecture, a written lecture. And think of the prompts and the questions that are embedded throughout the Smart Book experience as me pausing during lecture to ask you a question, to ask the class questions to check for understanding. Okay, so let's get back into the Smart Book interface. And like I said, this is new, so I'm learning this. It just popped up on my screen. I was like, we're going to do this. So you can see it gives you the options. Of course, I encourage you to read and get the lecture first instead of just starting off with the questions. Most of you are not already familiar with this stuff. So you would start with the reading. And as you can see, it looks pretty much the same. There might be a slight visual difference in the layout and how things look, but you'll be able to work through this just fine, I'm sure. It's not going to be radically different as it, from what you've experienced. I am seeing, however, right here, 2 questions. If you want to go ahead and start answering questions, it looks like there's a button right here. And so then you get this right here. It says make progress by completing concepts. The number of questions you will vary depending on your individual needs. It's okay to get questions wrong. You still earn 100% if you complete all concepts by your due date. Submit your answers by selecting your confidence level. This will not affect your grade. So got it. So this is going to be very different, and if you want, you can give me some feedback on this. So you can see this says this is a multiple choice question, and then there's something about ethics, and then there's some things that if you need to read more about the concept, if you need help, maybe you already did the reading, but you don't remember exactly, so you want to go back to the reading and figure out. So it's similar to the Learn Smart assignments in Interphase we've dealt with before, but it is slightly different in its look and the way the information is laid out. But to me, it looks cleaner. It looks crisper. I'm thinking that you guys might like this more. Let's just do one together. So ethics does not seek to establish principles for evaluating our practices, is a normative inquiry, does not prescribe norms for evaluating our actual practices. I'm just going to guess, okay? So I'm just going to say it's this, even if I don't know. So I'm just guessing supposedly. And then you can see, and this is, it's very similar to what you had before. Hold on. Oh no. Let me get back to this. As you can see, it's less colorful. That's probably to meet ADA guidelines because some people are colorblind. They can't see certain colors. And so having just this two-way contrast of a darker color with white is probably to meet ADA compliance, American with Disabilities Act. So rate your confidence. I'm going to say medium for fun. And then you can see it said the answer was correct answer, and whatnot. And then you can go to the next question. I'm guessing, okay, so if you're not ready to answer the question, what you could do, there should have been an option on the previous question, on the previous page or slide or whatnot, to go back to the reading first. So that's a heads up in terms of how this is going to be looking somewhat different. If you want to, you can email me, give me a 4 or 5 sentence paragraph on whether you like the other way of doing the interactive reading, the other format, or did you see any benefit to doing it this way? Was it basically the same? Do you prefer less color, less busyness? Do you think this is a crisper look? Do you prefer this new updated version? If you do that, I might give you 5 bonus points for the week 9 task. It will depend on, the bonus points will depend on how much effort I see in your paragraph in giving me a detailed report comparing your SmartBook 2.0 experience, what you think of it, to the Learn Smart version of the same, from the same book and reading kind of task. Okay, so do I have anything else for you guys for week 9? Nope. The point is to absorb and learn as much as you can from the reading. If I want you to focus on something specific and understand something from the reading more deeply, that will be dealt with during week 10. If you want to get a heads up on your week 10 assignment, let's say you finish this and you feel like you want to do something else, get ahead, go ahead and start analyzing your response in a week 2, your week 2 assignment. Go to the one that had to do with the moral permissibility of the government doing something and start marking up and analyzing that one, reformatting it and whatnot. I don't have time to look at things right now preliminarily, but during week 10, if you do that early, I could certainly look at that. But that is one way to get a heads up and to start early on week 10 so that you can focus on other stuff during week 10. That's all I have for you guys. Take care.